to Odessa now in southern Ukraine, and joining us is Selena Kozakijevix, Area Manager for CARE Ukraine. Selena, thank you for being with us. It's been more than 48 hours now since the dam collapsed. At this point, what appears to be the most immediate and urgent problems caused by the breach? What are your biggest concerns now in the coming days?
Good morning, John. Yes, as was mentioned before, more than 2,600 buildings have been affected by the floods in around 20 settlements in the Kherson region, as far as our latest information shows. Obviously, the evacuation of the affected population in the flooded areas was the main priority, and immediately upon the evacuation, the provision of food, water, safe space for those evacuated. Another, of course, important thing would be to provide safety, knowing that the conflict is ongoing, actually, and that people are exposed.
And with that in mind, here's a little more from the Ukrainian president on rescue operations within Russian-occupied areas around the Kherson region. Here he is. Listen to this.
A clear and prompt response from the world is needed to what is happening. It is even impossible to accurately determine how many people in the temporarily occupied territory of Kherson region may die without rescue, without drinking water, without food, without medical assistance. Our military and special services, to the extent possible, despite the shelling, are saving people.
So has CARE and other aid agencies been given access to these areas under Russian occupation? Have you tried? Have you made any kind of effort to get there? Is it possible to even get into these areas under Russian occupation?
Obviously, CARE operates in Ukraine with local partners, national organizations that are present and have been present in Ukraine. However, the right bank of the river is not accessible, and this has been a difficult situation, knowing that some of our partners do report receiving calls through the hotline, pleading for assistance as it is deemed necessary at the moment. However, this part of the river is not accessible at the moment.
Do you have any assessment of the extent of the damage there, the humanitarian needs, as well as maybe numbers of those who have died or hurt, I guess, in the areas controlled by the Russians and also in the areas that you now have access to?
We do receive reports that as of yesterday evening, that 2 persons were declared missing and their whereabouts were unknown. So far, we are not aware of the actual casualties from the floods themselves. What remains important, obviously, in the area around Kherson city that is accessible, there is access for humanitarians. There are a number of volunteers of local organizations working together with the authorities in providing immediate assistance. What we understand is that around 1,800 people have been evacuated so far.
Here's part of an assessment of the damage by your aid agency, CARE. At least 150 tons of oil have been released into the Dnipro River with the risk of further leakage of more than 300 tons. This may lead to the Dnipro National Nature Park to disappear, which is more than 80,000 hectares of protected land. Forgive me if my pronunciation was bad. This assessment, as bad as it sounds, is it just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the environmental damage here?
Obviously, the risks to the environment are extremely high. There is a huge risk of water being polluted and contaminated. And this is only not an immediate issue requiring provision of safe drinking water for those who are affected, but also could be a mid to long-term issue to be resolved and to be monitored. In addition to that, obviously, there are other risks related to contamination of the area with the unexploded ordnance and explosive devices. So all of these are the risks that we are looking at right now.
Selena, thank you so much for being with us. We wish you all the very best in these operations. Please stay safe.
Thank you very much.